Beowulf, the battle with Grendel. Based on the Anglo-Saxon epic poem Beowulf, composed circa 700–1000 CE. In the days when kings were forged in battle and glory was won with sword and shield, there stood in Denmark a great hall called Heorot. Built by Hrothgar, king of the Danes, it rose like a golden beacon against the northern sky, its walls echoing with the songs of warriors and the clash of drinking horns. But darkness had found this place of light. For 12 long winters, a shadow had fallen across Heorot. Each night when the warriors lay down to sleep, death would come stalking through the misty moors. Grendel, descendant of Cain, cursed wanderer of the wastelands, would burst through the mighty doors with the fury of hell itself. This monster, this enemy of mankind, would seize 30 warriors in his terrible claws and carry them screaming to his lair beneath the black waters. The great hall stood empty. The king's heart broke with grief, for no weapon could wound this demon. No warrior could stand against his supernatural strength. Word of this torment traveled across the Whale Road to the land of the Geats, where dwelt Beowulf, strongest of warriors, whose grip was as powerful as 30 men. When he heard of Hrothgar's plight, noble Beowulf selected 14 of his finest thanes and sailed across the sea to offer his service to the Danish king. "I have heard," spoke Beowulf before the throne of Hrothgar, "that this monster scorns the use of weapons. Therefore I too shall bear no sword nor shield. With my hands alone will I grapple with this fiend. Let fate decide who shall triumph." That night, as darkness settled over Heorot like a burial shroud, Beowulf and his warriors took their rest in the great hall. But the hero did not sleep. He lay still and watchful, waiting for the coming of his doom or his glory. Through the misty moorlands came Grendel, his eyes blazing like flames in the night. The iron-bound doors, locked and barred, burst open at his touch like kindling. Into the hall stalked the demon, death incarnate, seeking the warm flesh of sleeping men. One of Beowulf's companions he seized and devoured in an instant, crunching bone and sinew, drinking the blood of the warrior. Then Grendel's burning gaze fell upon Beowulf. But the hero was ready. As the monster reached with his terrible claws, Beowulf grasped that arm with such grip as Grendel had never known. The fiend realized at once that he had met his match. Here was a strength greater than any he had encountered in all his years of slaughter. Fear, unknown to him for centuries, crept into his wicked heart. They wrestled there in the darkness, crashing through the hall like thunder. Benches shattered, the walls groaned, and Heorot itself shook to its foundations. The demon strained to break free, to flee to his fenland lair, but Beowulf held him fast with fingers of iron. The warriors woke and drew their swords, striking at the monster, but no blade forged by man could bite into Grendel's cursed hide. This battle belonged to Beowulf alone. With a sound like the rending of the world, Grendel's arm tore free at the shoulder. The monster, mortally wounded and howling with pain, fled across the moors to die in his underwater den. Beowulf held aloft the arm and claw as proof of his victory. The long night of terror was ended. When dawn broke over Heorot, the Danish warriors gathered to see the trophy hanging from the rafters, the arm of Grendel, token of a hero's triumph over the darkness that had plagued them for 12 bitter years. Thus was Beowulf's fame established, his name destined to echo through the ages as the warrior who dared face the unfaceable, who conquered the unconquerable, who brought light back to a hall consumed by shadow. This narration captures the essence of one of literature's most enduring tales of heroism, where a single warrior's courage stands against the monsters that threaten civilization itself.